guess, specific to the responsibility trade, but also we're going to be busting some villains along the way, because you can't really, not work on the villains. All these games work on the villains. So, first one that's a great responsibility trade, where we're putting more responsibility on our dogs. You all got introduced to the disengagement pattern last time. Everybody remember that one? Yeah? Well, if I just show you, before I show you the video, show you on the whiteboard. We all think, let me just change my pen. This is going to be really important. Oh my word. It's going to be really important when I can actually do it. Okay, there we go. So we all think disengagement pattern looks a little bit like this. Okay, give him 4 legs. Throw a piece of food out. Our dog orients to us. We walk away as our dog comes to rejoin us, and we're immediately like, feed, 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 feed. Yeah. And in fact, we might not even have time for our dog to come back and rejoin us, because we're already showing them the food in our hand, being like, come back to join me. Has anybody had this? And so as your dog gets really good at this game, I bet you found this. As you implemented this game, the results went like this. Oh, this is a great game. This is working really well. And then it's like, oh, it's kind of like plateaued a little bit. And that's because we've not got the responsibility trade right there. Instead, what we need to think about is we need to maybe start throwing that piece of food, walking away and walking like a normal human being, right? Not like the training position of, I've got my food, here it is, come and join my hand, which we all do. I'm terrible for it. And maybe we just need to keep walking. And maybe we don't immediately reward them. Maybe we walk, 2, 3, 4, 5 paces before we reward them and before we complete that pattern. So if I take you back to the slide again, I can tell you how, you've got to have a lot of self-awareness, and even videoing yourself is going to be important for this, because I explained to Jessie what she needed to work on with Berry. She won't mind me saying this. And she sent me the video, and she's like, there we go. And I'm like, no, you I think you walked half a step before starting to feed her. I'm talking like 5 steps. I want you to count to 10, right? And so if we have a little look, 1 piece of food forward, we're walking. Jessie's trying to walk normally. She's got that very straight arm, which we all have sometimes. And then we're going to feed, right? So you see how that requires more responsibility on the dog. Jessie's going to kill me. Way more responsibility on the dog. It requires them to step up. It means, that brains can grow if they're not in their comfort zone. And again, then, the arm's gone back to normal this time, and we're feeding. Amazing. Love it. So this is where videoing your sessions can be really useful. And I am very sorry, Jessie. So again, another example. I think this one has a real distraction in there. Brilliant. We're walking along. You see, she's saying, Mum, I really am disengaging. And then we feed, putting more responsibility on her. Make sense? Super. Good stuff. Good. Amazing. So I'm going to show you a video of me coaching Jessie in a real life environment, because I thought that might be useful for you all to see, actually what level of responsibility we put on Berry or any dog that we're working with, and how we mix between the strategies. And what I want you to see is how we mix how challenging the environment is and what we do about it. Before I do that, can you see the value of that disengagement pattern shift there? Yeah, can you see how that's going to really, move things on for you? Okay, amazing. Right, let me just get the next video sorted. Right. Okay, almost there. Almost there. And we're going for this one. Cool. Can everyone see that? Okay, I'm just going to hit play, but if you could let me know when you can both see it and hear it, that would be amazing. And I'm going to hit play now. Amazing. Nice. And then make a noise, get her moving a bit. Good. Feed, feed, feed. Oh, sorry. That is because I made fun of Jessie. I am sorry. But right. Okay, right. We'll go back to that. Nice. And then make a noise, get her moving a bit. Good. Feed, 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 feed. Brilliant. And then one piece of food towards the Labrador. Good. And feed, 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 feed. And then one piece of food towards the Labrador location. And now Spaniel location. Feed. 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 Brilliant. Now walk towards the Labrador for me. And I want you to just start walking backwards at one point. So walk towards the Labrador. Yeah, like a rewind. Walk backwards. Yeah. Oh my word. Amazing. 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 Good. Now walk towards the Labrador again for me. Good. Lovely. Brilliant. Now walk towards the Labrador like you're going to go and talk to the Labrador. Now just start walking backwards silently. Yeah. Love it. Love it, love it. Brilliant. Perfect. Okay, I think Jessie deserves a round of applause. I think that was really cool. So yeah, can you see there how once we kind of got to work on the villains and having our dog really off the aids to start with and get them really responsive and work at distances that are appropriate, and then what we need to do is actually say, you know what, now I'm going to add in layers of responsibility here. And that's a really great example of adding in layers of responsibility that with Berry, Jessie's become a master at, because actually otherwise it was like a plateau that wouldn't progress beyond. So yeah, very, very good. Does that make sense? And have you got some value from watching somebody else work with the dog?